Back here on the Paul Westcott Show, and I am very excited for our next guest. She has been working with me since March of this year, late February, early March of this year, and she has whipped my butt into shape. She's made me look at fitness in a whole different way, and something as a guy who has lost weight and gained weight and lost weight and gained weight, this is the one time I've actually felt like I'm going to do it and I'm going to stay, and it's not going to change because of what she's instilled in me, and I give her all the credit here. Joining us now on the program is my personal trainer, Kelly. Kelly, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. It's a great opportunity, like I just mentioned, off of air, to see you doing your thing.
Yeah.
You being the boss, which I'm used to kind of being
you're in charge.
Kind of being your boss. I'm used to that. Telling you what to do.
She sits there and I just shake my head. I go, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Like, but I do it. I never say that because I always end up doing it anyway.
You actually do.
I know when I get, when I'm beat. So Kelly, let's talk a little bit about you. I mean, you've done this for years. You know your stuff. You're going for advanced training in a whole bunch of different areas of personal fitness. And you don't just work with people who are like me. I mean, I'm in my early 30s. I'm, somebody who's been out of shape, but I've been in shape in the past, and, you're looking to help me lose weight. You work with people who are athletes who are looking to get even stronger, people who I know you told me about. You have one client who's like a former Marine, and like these are people who know how to work out, and you take them to the next level. But then you also work with people who maybe never worked out in their whole lives. Now they're in their 80s and 90s.
Correct.
And they're looking to be able to, get up off the floor if they fall down, and you help them do that as well.
Yeah, I think the beauty of doing what I do, and that this is one of the reasons why I really love what I do, is that you take an individual just as yourself, and you really dig into what is not just what your goal is, but what do I see that you need. And it's really beautiful to see my 80-something clients, even 90-year-old clients, giving them that hope that it's never too late to get things done, to get healthier, and just work with them. And they're amazing. They're able to do planks,
which are hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are a little hard. Do a plank now.
Were you kind of doing some yesterday and a medicine ball?
Yes, I was doing push-ups on a medicine ball with a thing. This is stuff I would have never not even thought about attempting. I would have seen it and I would have gone, well, that person's an idiot for doing that. That looks stupid. And then I'm like, wow. I couldn't believe I did that, by the way. No, but seriously, when you're talking about a plank is literally when you're in a push-up position, as most people see it, and you're just there. You're just holding it, and you think you put your arms, that's it. You put your arms flat on the ground, and you're just holding yourself there. And if you've ever tried these things, everything in your body tightens up. So for somebody in there, of an advanced age, to be able to do that, wicked impressive.
It's incredible.
It's crazy.
It's incredible. And like you say, I have my Marine that I train, and I have to train him like a Marine, so which is really, really hard. And it's not about, the reputation of you're a trainer and you just have to make people sick. Right. It's about, all right, let me take care of you. Let me see, let's talk about your very specific needs.
Right.
And then you tailor it 100% every single session. It's totally different. It's specific to your person, to your ailments. I have people that I've worked with hamstring tears and hip replacements, knee replacements, and they believe, well, I'm done.
Yep.
That's it.
Right.
And we get all depressed because we're injured.
Right.
Including myself, that I've kind of done a lot of things to my body throughout the years. But it's no, you need to work around that.
Right.
Take care of the area that's a little bit tender, but you can still do a lot.
And that's the thing. I always joke with Kelly that if she lost both of her, like the guy from I'm trying to think, Monty Python, who gets his arms chopped off and his legs chopped off, and he's the night in the forest, and it's merely a flesh wound. If that happened to Kelly, she would still find a way to work out her neck. She'd be putting weights in her mouth and going like that. And it really, exactly. You do something on your nose.
You do something in your eye.
You would be able to figure it out. So with people who have, hip issues or knee issues or whatever your issues might be, you find a way that they're able to lose weight. You've had, injuries yourself.
Yes.
And you have worked around it where you're losing weight. You don't even do cardio. You can't even do cardio because,
No.
it's amazing.
I've been recovering from a partial tendon tear.
Sure.
That means one of the pieces that keeps you together, kind of like that, one of those on my left foot. And my foot just doesn't like stretching.
Right.
It's still very tender. So through a good nutrition, which is a big part, I mean, people say, well, I'm gonna go and work with a trainer, or I'm gonna go and run.
Right.
And we all have these good intentions.
Sure.
But it's a commitment between the trainer or the media that you're going to use to exercise. It's like you and the bike, it's you and me bike, but I have to eat well. I have to plan what I'm going to put into my system, how I'm going to take care of myself, what thoughts I'm going to have. It's not just about the trainer. It's about I do my part, you make sure you do your part.
Right.
And it's mostly eating. So yes, I've been losing. Everybody laughs at me. Well, what fat can you lose? I know places.
When I met her, I'm like, she's not going to lose any weight anyway. What can you lose? And you're like, oh, yeah, that's 15 pounds. I'm like, gosh, if she can lose 15, 20 pounds, whatever it is, I can lose a lot more. But it's just, it is just amazing to me to see what you can do, even without being able to do some of the exercises we all think. When I think of the gym, and unfortunately I think a lot of people have this mentality, you think of, okay, I'm going to fix myself. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to walk on a treadmill. That will not help you lose weight without changing your eating, certainly. And with just doing that, it's ridiculous. You're not going to get what you want out of it. And I think that's where, when I had the conversation with my wife saying, okay, I want to do this. I want to do this training. It costs some money. But I wanna make the commitment here, and she said, okay, all right, you go figure this out. We'll figure this out. We'll make it work. And I go, and Kelly has been so good in not only working with me in terms of the times which we can do this, with times which we can train, not to mention working with me on my diet, on what I'm eating as well. And I said, I'm not just going to join a gym. And by the way, Fitness Concepts, beautiful gym. I mean, it's great. It's never packed. There's not a bunch of what do they call them at the 24-hour one? It's lunks or lumps or whatever those people are. There's none of those. There's none of those. It's people who, it's right on Main Street in Holden, or one of the locations is, and that's the one I go to. And it's a great gym. But I'm like, I'm not just going to join it just to walk on the treadmill. I'm not going to join it just to go and then stop going for a month. I said I have to have somebody there who brings me back at least once a week, and usually it's more than that, but at least once a week. I've been going twice a week for the most part, and the results I've seen are comparable to what I saw when I was going. There was at one point in my life, I was going 5-6 days a week to the gym with a trainer, and it was a massive expense, and I was dead at the end of every week. I hated it, and I quit, and I gained the weight back. This has kept me on longer, and it's gotten me the same results. So, Kelly, you know what you're doing, which is good.
Well, I like to think so, but I think that when I get feedback from my friends and clients like you, then it's like that check for myself, like,
oh yeah,
well, yeah, I think I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And like you say, it's not just about doing. We think that cardio is going to get us there. We need to consider that, well, yeah, you're going to start losing weight, but what about your muscles? It's kind of going to look kind of a little bit dingly if you just like, well, I mean, I'm saying,
it's true.
If you lose the weight, but you're not taking care of your muscles, and then of what you're eating, and then also kind of what you're thinking.
Yeah. Mentally,
you're going to get very frustrated.
Oh, yeah. Mentally, what you've done for me in terms of working out, because we'll do a lot of like core stuff. We'll do stuff to help me lose weight and become stronger in areas that are not as apparent on the body. But then we'll do, arms and shoulders and deltoid. Is that right? Is it deltoid? See, I'm using fancy terms now.
Here.
I'm learning all this stuff.
So what am I pointing?
Yeah. Deltoid.
What am I pointing?
Bicep.
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I pointing?
Triceps.
I'm not showing up. I'm not sure.
But you're right. You learn these things. You learn these things about yourself, and then you learn how to take care of them. And that to me is the beauty of personal training, because it really does give you that value. And I'm not doing this as a commercial or an ad or anything like that. It's just I wanted to invite Kelly in because it's been so successful for me. And I think she could be successful for you too. I mean, listen, try whatever you want, but talk to somebody, talk to your doctor, see if this might be right for you, because it's not right for everybody. But the best part about Kelly is, despite no matter what your medical situation is, she can take care of you. So that's a good thing. Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. And everybody, chin up and fight for your goals and don't give up.
Absolutely. And make sure you can check out Kelly, by the way, on Facebook too. She's at facebook.com. And here we go. Letter K, letter V, number 2, letter B, fitinfo.com. So KV, her name, 2bfit.com. Or excuse me, that's the tail end of the Facebook URL. So check it out there. Kelly, thanks again.
Thank you very much, Paul.
All right, kids, we got to take a time out. Stay with us.